now June 8th, and the game starts June 1st. So it doesn't look like we're gonna have a 7-day war here. Got 517 dead, but they've got 5,000 and some dead. They've killed 1,000 some civilians. I've only killed 50. Their guys are really trigger happy. Oh, now I've killed 51. Significant drop of 2%. Thank you, press secretary. I don't need you constantly reporting this to me. Oh, their will of fight has gone down 1%. The game's freaking out now. Somebody somewhere in the world just did something of significance. We have been tracking several riots taking place in Poland. I have additional details whenever you're ready. Guys, it's June of 1990. I don't recall anything from my history lessons telling me of anything of significance happening in Poland 1990. Poland is no longer part of the Soviet Union by this time. Well, technically they're still considered a satellite state of the Soviet Union, but they're not actually part of the Soviet Union per se, since they've become independent in the sense of their government's no longer a communist country. Oh, their will to fight just went back up, but I've closed the gap in how many troops we have in theater. But how many units do they actually have in their own country? Out of curiosity. Less than me, about half. The game's telling me I've only got this many. Okay, there we go, it updated. Significant drop. I am in danger of being impeached or possibly even assassinated. Well, you know, if Somalia would just accept my demands, strongly rejecting, probably because the will to fight's only 96%, and my guys aren't beating the crap out of Somalia as fast as I would like. Which I'm honestly surprised by, and I think there needed to have been more options here. Like, just actual options for calling in airstrikes and whatnot. You do have this option elsewhere, but I think if I leave this, it doesn't directly end the war, but I can't do anything, per se. So, I've only killed 56 civilians, they've killed 1,000 some. Their soldiers are very trigger happy. Very much so. They've killed about a sixth of the civilians as I've killed of their military. And their will to fight just went back up, which isn't what I would like to see. I've caused quite a bit of damage, at least to their economy. They've done quite a bit of damage to my equipment, however. But that's probably just because my equipment's more expensive. I know. Press secretary, please quit telling me this. Please do. I don't really care. If Somalia would just accept my demands for their immediate surrender, the war would be over. I could work on gaining popularity by turning Somalia into a nice place to live. So come on. You don't have to worry about any warlords if you just accept my demands for immediate surrender. And apparently Ethiopia, even though when I test played this to make sure it actually works, Ethiopia beat the crap out of Somalia within like a month. So it's going to take me about a month. I'll probably be assassinated by that time, knowing the game, because my press secretary continuously informs me of this. See, this is why I should just be inside a frickin' bunker underneath the White House while doing this war room control things. That way, if they want to assassinate me, they'll have to wait until the war is over, in which case they probably wouldn't have the best of justifications. Okay, their will to fight's at 85%. Surrender? No, of course not. 651 casualties. 9,369,000 equipment lost. Again, that's probably just because my equipment's more expensive. They're just running around with basically AKs and that's about it. My guys are running around with M16s, armor, night vision, so on and so forth. The whole 9 yards. Their will to fight's back up again. It's kind of sad seeing that they've killed so little of my troops, but I'm just like massacring them by the thousands. At least I'm massacring their military by the thousands. Thank you, Press Secretary. I don't want this info, please. I don't need to know this. Thank you very much. Please just move on to the next stuff. I shall now demand surrender. They rejected. Come on, guys. We're already massacring them by the thousands. Let's massacre them more by the thousands, since obviously that's what we're going to need to do. Because I've only got 696 dead with 69 civilian deaths. Caused by my soldiers. My soldiers are not that trigger happy when it comes to someone who's blatantly not running around with a weapon. As you can see. Significant difference. I've only killed so few civilians and I've just destroyed their military. And Somalia has surrendered. Ethiopia has successfully defended itself. Somalia troops in Somalia have surrendered. Somalia troops in Ethiopia have surrendered. War in Somalia. Huh? Do you mean to tell me that because Ethiopia won against Somalia, the war is suddenly over? Okay, never mind. It just wasn't bothering. Oh my god, their will to fight's at 47% and they still won't surrender. Oh my god, they have a stubborn leader. Come on, really? Your will to fight's below 50%. My guys are just like, shh. This is nothing. We do this all the time. And I don't know. Their military dead went back down. Because it was at about 10,000 before. Now it's down to 6,000. What did they do? Did they resurrect like 4,000 some guys? Because that's the only thing I can think of. Let's demand surrender yet again. Oh. Somalia has lost. The United States has successfully taken possession of Somalia. Install new Install new government. Do I want to, or do I want direct control over Somalia? We have received a notification that Italy has improved their diplomatic relations with Venezuela. Troops during the data. Do I really want to install a new government? I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure if I install a new government, I won't have direct control over Somalia to improve how... Oh, God bless. Yeah, I need to frickin' improve that. Budget! Let's check out how our budget's doing. I already know I'm losing money. Projected GMP growth of 0.1%. That's not good enough. Kick up foreign aid just a little bit. Let's kick up social spending too. I think about 800 should be fine. Actually, I forgot. Social decreases GNP growth. Let's go with investment instead. That should increase it a little bit more. There we go. 0.2% increase. And we'll kick up defense spending to 310, I say. And let's see. Projected increase is next to nothing for... Apparently my popularity went back up after beating the crap out of Somalia. That's absolutely hilarious. Okay, so 3.2 is now the projected increase. Okay. Taking back to the world view. So my cities are still doing good, right? Yep, awesome, awesome. So Somalia is now a part of the United States of America. We can't really call ourselves that considering, well, last time I checked, Somalia is not in North America at all. It's not in any of the Americas. I almost want to go and attack Ethiopia, but my guys are still pretty pissed. So that'll have to wait a little while. Let's go and talk to Japan. Let's see if we can get any good relations going on. Improve diplomatic relations. My leader efficiency went down. My leadership efficiency rate is down to 47%. Starts at 57 for the U.S. Which, granted, no reason to really say it starts at 57 for the U.S. because the U.S. is the only nation you can play as in here anyway. Yeah, just try to improve diplomatic relations with Japan. Go and talk to Italy. Let's try to encourage investment. No, it's got like no chance of success. Forget it. Strengthen economic ties. Chance of success is 41 to 51. No. Diplomatic relations. 41 to 51. Dispatch a peace envoy to a place that's not at war, but shh. No one needs to know this. Cultural exchange? How do you guys feel about that? Oh, you love it. Awesome. You want me to know all there is to know about your country. Cultural exchange. How do you guys feel about that? Oh, you love it too. Good. Because we're going to go and do that. Thank you, Secretary of State, whoever you are, because I don't believe these guys are given names. Japan. How do you feel about cultural exchange programs, huh? Eh, you're okay with them, but there's no chance of 100% chance of success there. Let's go and zoom in on the Middle East. Regional view. Kuwait. I need to go and kick up my sending of military aid to you because I'd much rather not even have to worry about an Operation Desert Storm. And I don't mind if Kuwait decides to go and invade Iraq. Let's just go ahead and kick this up. I'll give them 2,000 million because all the money in this section here is in the millions. I actually went over because I wasn't paying too much attention, and the fact that it's sped up. How fast it was subtracting, or, well, in that case, adding. Okay. Let's go to filter leading ideologies. I don't quite understand how this, the Iraq-Saudi neutral zone, can be capitalist, but apparently it is, so, yeah. It makes complete sense, trust me on that. Oh, I forgot to actually send the military aid. I don't know if Kuwait would even accept, considering I just got out of a war. They probably don't really want military aid from someone who's beating the crap out of other nations for the hell of it. But let's go ahead and send military aid to the Iraq-Saudi neutral zone. It's not going to be very neutral anymore. Okay, yeah, they wanted it. Because they're not actually allowed to have, well, weapons there. Ah, now I gotta go and increase this again. Oh well. Now you guys get to watch this again. They're mostly worried about nuclear threats and their world standing, not so much military threats or foreign spies. And you know what? I'll send them intelligence aid also. Because no one else wants to give them any sort of aid. Oh. I was going to give them only 300. No more, no less. I'm only giving them 6 in humanitarian aid, 6 million in humanitarian aid, but they need 3,000 some.